Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. After four, it's you for your followers. The church I'm on. I believe we are all doing well. Even if there's challenge, a part of life. So we'll manage it and we'll get out of it. I greet you once again. We are back to discuss our special edition. You know, we did one sensitive topic about Islamic marriage. Kramoni be matumi ware Christo ni abayiwa na Jew ni abayiwa na okọ church. Enye se otuba no. Obe ware no na okọ church. Obe ware no na okọ temple. But kramoni oba entumi nware be ma okọ church ana be ma okọ temple. Eji otuba ansana. This is the sensitive tongue we talked about. I told you the other time that it's very sensitive, but we have to. Now, kaya pese ye be train say ye be do Islamic topic no so ankasa na ye dini na afim. But nkomo amidi ni one or two Muslim ladies bi eno na ama me posi ye na me yewu. Ntene sana me share mo bo. I promise that I will be doing the other part of it today. Now, this is the time I'm doing the other part. I greet you once again. When the realities of life are uncovered, change is a must. You can send bebre our video back on me ka say topic ni very sensitive. And I make say me enye awariye enye me priority. Man ka say me nware. Awo enye me priority. Man ka say me nwo. What I mean is that I'm not desperate for that. If marriage is your priority, then this video is really for you. Just like the other one now. Yeah, can say for you. No? And no, you mention verse where Quran chapter number 5, verse 5. And I can table spread, you know, Surah Al-Ma'idah, table spread. You mention verse, no, and I can once and I make us say, and I am bear my quine. We gave the religion, the patriarchal religion gave men, Muslim men, the chance to marry any other person without the person being converting or reverting to Islam. But a man dear, yes, he be, and ye ka verse no one uncommon, ye ka verse no one some kakra, and sana ye ba baby, ye picky law nifi. Where the law is coming from, the point where the law is saying that baby omu law na eka se ma oba kramoni enware abema bi eji watuba no eno na me kana me bisa questions bi na me say number 1, is it ni obehwe ni obehwe yiye atie wasem, make sure wa boa ama wadu baby o pese wudu ana debi eye obi a oye sala esin obi a waya sala ma ni muma yetum waya azumi ama waya anya osa wakọ hajj more than obi a nanso atete na ukom onim oba hwe ugosa wo ambitions emfa no ho eno ane se wo de wa betu fie emu na wo pe ama obi a ono onye religious but is ready to help you and push you ahead. Menu we ni ehin na open. And I promise you say, well, today we're going to discuss the reason for Quran chapter number 60 verse 10 because e won alone e fiba. Mma you what ifie kramofo mma you what ifie be 40, 45, 50. Obibia mbema ya approach omunyina ye Christians. All the men approaching them are Christians because they are not Muslims. They are not going to marry. They are there. They are in the house. Like Bokodie. Law obia shishe ewo desert so 1500 and BB years ago. Law no gusu ewe waha wakefie wo a ebusuya na awuti munumpo nyese ye papa ye hwe papa bi obia ne ho time O papa nkasa po o numpo ni ho time be ma ba oye ready so obe so mu a onye kramoni nti no wo se won tu ba ansa na wawaro. My question to you is that nyame Allah no musi o wotumi wade anyina so adenti na ono Allah no on mane pa ne yetuba adenti na wan man kramofu ewiase mbe ma ne nanye kramofu so that it will be easy for you the Muslim ladies. Adenti na eje wo no kwa akotam na aba na wo struggle ya ne tuba. Why should it be so? Aden, when the realities of life is uncovered, change is a must. You read the verse no Quran chapter number 60 verse 10. And I make say, ne ye share the reasons of the verse coming. And then they see it. Honestly, most of Quranic chapters and verses, you know, they came based on circumstances and events. Quranic verses do based on circumstances and events. Something to get them. BBSC, na verse, naba. Even though we have some of the verses, they just came like that without anything. But most of them came based on circumstances and events. That is why we have something in Islam that they call Asbabun Nuzul. Asbab is a plural, sabab is the singular, means the reason, the cause of Nuzul, the revelation. So Quranic verses to be revealed, there were causes, there were antecedents, there were things that took place before Quranic verses may be by. So this is rare. You see, the same thing applies to the hadith. Most of the hadith are also being said because of certain circumstances and certain situations. I don't know now, the question here is that if the circumstances and our circumstances be an event be an attractive Quranic verse be does it mean that such circumstances no verse na you can still apply it to other circumstances and especially if there's similarity? Islamically, yes, that is what they do in Islamic religion. That's what they do. That is why there is another thing in Islam that they call usul al-fiqh. Usul al-fiqh means that the fundamentals of Islamic jurisprudence. The fundamentals of Islamic jurisprudence. Now, it deals with the Islamic laws, how you manage the laws, how you go with the laws, how you handle them. In the usul al-fiqh, they have laws that they quote and then they apply those laws on the rules and regulations and then on the verdict of the Quran and the rulings. Now there is one of these laws that the law is saying that al-ibratu bi umum al-lafzi la bi khusus al-sabab. Al-ibratu bi umum al-lafzi la bi khusus al-sabab. What it means in simple language is that it means that when a verse or hadith is being mentioned in a verdict, the main thing is the meaning, the words that are being used, the sentence, the phrase, the verdict, the sentence that has been passed is what is paid attention to, not the circumstance that attracted the sentence, not the circumstance that attracted the event of the verse. No. And yeah, until verse na ba bibi na esi ye na verse na ba all right, but see an yan ka say verse no gina homa de no nko. That is how they do it in Islamic religion. And one thing a verse we are ye kan ye no e ba be ye say e be sin de ye kita law no mu dwe say be ma oba ntumi nware obi agi kramoni ba ntumi nware obi agi kramoni ba kramoni be ma de otumi ware obi foforo out of kramoni. And I mean my example na me bisa e dan say say ye check ramofo mba yi a omo edu aware no e de ma mba ma zongo mba ma omo edu aware ana nkramofo mba ma omo edu aware a omo aso aware a mba no leftover enka na say leftover beka. Here is the case that the law has permit your men, Muslim men, to marry outside their religion. So those of you that are leftovers, mu ye sure say mu benye kunu de amba abuya it bakigani ba bakigan chuche ki ba bakigan kaman lon ya chuche ki ba ku da kuke nan da mazan zongun ma maza musulman ma ba ku samu addini ya kuma ba mazan dama su kuma fita cikin zongo muslim community su je su aure waje ku mazan ma ba su kai ku ba mazan na fita waje ku da kuka saura kun samu maza kenan man biye wani na tana hosa u che kramoni o twen obi na wa ye ni tuba nyame na owo tumi wade anyi na aso no onya nipa no tuba wo na obaye ni tuba wo awudi tuwo za fini ayoyo wo na obaye ni tuba o fa hia ye ni tuba. You see, this is the issue. Now let's visit the verse and see the circumstances around the verse. Quran chapter number 60 verse 10. The chapter is known as Mumtahina or Mumtahana. Mumtahina means the examined woman. The woman that's supposed to be examined. Oba ye so no ahwe. Ye so oba na ahwe. This is the issue. Now, let me read the verse again. May read it up, but me read it beyond. Listen, this is what the verse is saying. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, oh you who believe. Idha ja'akumul mu'minatu muhajiratin. Oh you who believe. When the Muslim ladies came to you, muhajiratin, migrate from Makkah to you, from tahinuhun, examine them, test them. Mu ejidie foi, senkramofon ba ejidie for to fi Makkah, na omuba Medina. Because this verse is one of the verses that has been revealed, that was revealed in Medina. Time our Prophet Muhammad moved from Makkah to Medina. Nti verse ne say, so omu fi mbanu jidiefo mbanu fi Makkah migrate ba Medina from tahinuhun, examine them, test their faith, examine their faith. Munso omu jidien hwe Allahu a'lamu bi imanihin. Nyame Allah onu no nim omu jidie. He knows the best whether they are faithful or not, whether they are believers or not. Onu Allah eni ba munso de munso munhwe. At this point, I would like to ask this. Since Allah knows they are believers, why is he worrying him? I don't think all my mumbe manu answer test to be one catch them straightforward. It's all we believers. Fine, it's no problem. That maybe you are not allowed to ask questions, but that is it. Allah alam bi imanihim. Allah knows their faith, and he says, "Fa in alimtumuhunna mu'minatin." If you affirm and ascertain that they are believers, fala tarji'uhunna ila al-kuffar. Don't return them to the non-believers in Makkah. Mujitum sa omu yenkramufo a mamun maun san ko muchi ewo Makkah ebium. Fala tarji'uhunna ila al-kuffar. La hunna hillul lahum. They are not lawful wives for the non-believe men. Walahum hillun lahun. Sansuna non-believers so they are not lawful husbands for them. So it's simple. Immediately a lady becomes Muslim, she's unlawful to non-Muslim. Simple. The Quran. Now in this case, they are married ones. Ware and ajai omukunu no omunwa omunye Muslims no ajai omu atu aba Medina. It's interesting. And then he says wala ulahun nahillu lahum walahum yahilluna lahun wa atuhum ma anfaqu. When those women, the believers, man or migrate no, if they come to you leaving their husbands, wa atuhum ma anfaqu. Don't return them to their husbands. Don't return them to the unbelievers. Pay the non-believers their dowry. I just say you go away no dada. Obanu nya bedu Medina ne pay awaye kramonia wajai nikunu ewo Makkah nikunu yi kramonia onye kramonia obedu Medina no ye go aware no nti yen tua be ma no ne wotua ya awoware obanu yen kwe. Ma an wala junaha alaykum an tankihuhunna idha ataytumuhunna ujurahunna. That you are not to be blamed Nobody will blame you if you marry them after giving them their due compensation. Nti mutuya mbema na omuni omu etna ye na omu nye Muslims, that the men that are not Muslims, that the ladies became Muslims and they left their husbands, you pay their husbands their dowry. When you give them their dowries, you marry. There's no problem in you marrying the ladies. But after giving the men their dowry, compensation. Compensation. Interesting. Do not hold upon the guardianship of non-believers. A relationship, marriage relationship, money non-believers in temuno, mamusum, mungu connection. Mungu connection, no mamusum, just crash it down. Mungu connection. No. This is interesting. This is something like it's fantastic anyway. So I don't say wala tumsiku bi so milka wafir was aluma and factum. You guys should ask if your wives also moved. Also the non-belief Muslim ladies that left their non-belief Muslim guys equal non-belief men no wa mumbi so omuma mudawri was aluma and factum wal yes aluma and factum no monso mumbi so omunyere no mu dowry and then dhalikum hukumullah, that is the verdict of Allah. Yakum bainakum, he judges among you, wallahu alimun hakim. For Allah is the all-knowing and the all-wise. This is what the verse is saying. And the example, oba jai nukumu wanye kramoni na otuba Madina. Yang no anything near a bayani say ye tuya oba bear manu ni dowry. Na oba na kaha na nkramu form bear manu e Madina no bia ware no. Asa sansu na se oba wanye kramoni ejai ni kunu kramoni a na okọ eyi kafiri fo ana non-believers, the pagans, so called pagans mu ho a omunso pagans nu ntie kramoni ni dowry na omunje oba no empampo ho. This is what the verse is talking about, and this is the basics of the law of the ma obi biara ma bema ma oba kramoni enware obi biara eji kramoni. This is what the verse is talking about. Now, this is interesting. So kramoni oba entumi ware obia eji wotuba eji be ma no tuba ansara ba be ma no to be pie ko ware outside without say oba be tuba. Really, follow us in the next video where we tell you why this verse was revealed. I say to you, bye bye.